Children.
Now, okay. Now,
children. Our founding fathers knew that slavery was.
What? Who made this video?
Who found it right now? They're gonna explain.
Is this one of your QAnon people?
No, hold on. No.
Education. I spent last night watching horror films, also known as PRAGU, educational videos, curriculum that they're going to be implementing into Florida public schools. These are a nightmare. You probably already saw the one that I did on Christopher Columbus, or you've seen it around the internet.
Why is it called PRAGU?
But last night, I spent several hours going through all the videos that they have available in this Leo and Layla series.
The creators?
It's bad. It's bad, y'all. It's so bad. Because a lot of it is really nuanced, right? And so some of it really does require that you have an understanding, a pretty good understanding of history to realize the nuance that they are injecting into this, the indoctrination that they're putting into this curriculum. And then some of it, like this one on Frederick Douglass, is pretty obvious. All right, let me take you through it. So first, the video starts out with the two kids just watching TV, and they're flipping through all these news clippings about people protesting. It's such a weird time.
Bob, despite some violence and destruction by some of our angrier activists, we're seeing mostly peaceful protests.
Protesters are demanding that the police be abolished.
Well, Clint, these local activists want to abolish the police. They're claiming systematic oppression and want the U.S. system torn down.
What is going on? Things are so weird right now.
I know. Mrs. Calder gave us an assignment today about being activists for justice.
Isn't Mrs. Calder your math teacher?
Yeah. We learn math, but we spend a lot of time learning about the stuff they talk about in the news.
That's weird. Isn't math class supposed to be for math?
Why are they making these kids seem so damn dumb? It's just the generation that's being raised. Isn't your math teacher? How dare her? Oh, okay.
Math?
First of all, Mrs. Calder seems like a damn good time. So they're lucky to have this teacher.
Right.
Second of all, did you see that? Did you see the two mentions about the police? The people want to tear the whole structure down? No. People just want to end systemic racism. That's going to require rebuilding the system. So the language that they're using even.
They
so much propaganda.
This is part of
now they're going to take their little time travel device.
Huh?
That's part of the
curriculum.
This?
Yes. This is what they're going to be teaching the kids. Yes. This is what they're doing. It said in Florida schools. Here we go. This is what he put that bill in, and that's what they were trying to say.
This cannot be part of it.
This is it. This is what's in Florida. This is what's up.
And they're going to go back to 1852, and they're going to meet Frederick Douglass. And it's a long conversation. I'm just going to show you some snippets. Trigger warning. All the bad things.
Slavery was part of life all over the world. It was America that began the conversation to end.
So they also do this several times where they minimize the problem of slavery. They act as if, it's been around since the dawn of time. So, I guess we should just...
It wasn't America, by the way. It was Haiti. Haiti's the one that stopped slavery. It was Haiti. Started the first revolution for slavery to end. Not America.
Yes, we should just roll with it. And then they also do the thing where they make America the focal point. Like, we're the ones that try to solve this problem on a global scale. We're the one, like, America first. A lot of that propaganda.
Have you kids heard of William Lloyd Garrison?
No.
Nope.
He's an abolitionist like me. And he and I used to be friends, but we aren't any longer. We don't agree how to solve problems. William refuses all compromises, demands immediate change. And if he doesn't get what he wants, he likes to set things on fire.
Sounds familiar.
Sounds like you know the type.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
we've got that type in our time.
So.
They're talking about the protesters? They're talking about the BLM. That's what they were talking about. Oh, sounds like we know the type.
This cannot be part of it.
This is the curriculum, brother.
No way.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to tell you. This is it. This is crazy.
What?
Yo, they're gonna change. Yo, they're gonna like whitewash history. And they're gonna be like, huh? No, they're thinking by like 50 years from now, people will be like, slavery wasn't bad.
This cannot be.
You're trying to work for change inside of the American system.
She's laughing too.
Precisely, Layla. Our
Crazy.
system is wonderful, and the Constitution is a glorious liberty document. We just need to convince enough Americans to be true to it.
And people like Garrison don't just want slavery abolished, but the whole American system?
You are correct. His approach is called radical. That means a complete fundamental change of everything.
That seems silly. There are so many amazing things about America.
Well, your way is definitely better. It's the right way to get.
I'm sorry, someone remind me. Are the Republicans the party that's so concerned about indoctrinating our children? What the hell is this? Here's the finale. Here's the grand finale.
So, Mr. Douglas, do you think we should be activists, just not radical ones?
Layla,
What?
your America where people are free and everyone is equal under the law sounds pretty great. But no place is perfect. So it's good to listen to activists who want to improve things. But they have to be willing to work inside our system. And they have to understand that change usually requires patience and compromise.
200-something years.
Then you
seems like
might
enough.
want to join their cause. But if they are radicals like Garrison, you and your brother will be best served to stay away.
I think I'm just gonna worry about surviving middle school for now.
That sounds wonderful. And you, Leo?
I'm just gonna worry about being a kid.
Did they just have Frederick Douglass tell 2 kids
Yeah.
that it's fine not to worry about a systemic oppression? Just go on about your life. Enjoy being a kid. Don't worry about all the inequities. Don't even look around. Don't notice them.
That was pretty bad, man.
Buckle up. I spent last
Bro,
night
that
watching.
was that was
Children,
pretty bad.
our founding fathers
mean,
knew
that
that
was-
slavery was evil and wrong.
It just
Yeah. It just seemed wrong.
it don't even seem real.
No, it doesn't. It seems like
I'm still like I'm still I can't even find the right word to articulate
Right.
what I just watched right there. Like it was as if somebody like made something fake.
well, they did.
It can't be.
It feels like someone made a parody. So it almost
Yes.
seemed like South Park or something. Like, okay,
yeah,
I
this
see
is
what
like
you're
a
saying.
South Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like you telling me.
Right.
I still don't believe it.
Right. I think a lot of it had to do with supposedly what Ron DeSantis did was because it was like feeding off of like I think white guilt they were calling it. I can't really know the exact terms. You guys probably know what it is. The people feeling guilty when they talked about slavery, not thinking about the descendants of slavery that are in the classroom, hearing about how they were supposedly Bush people and whatnot, which is so fake, which is so false, by the way. But it was like people, I don't know if it was a grievance for the white students feeling guilty because of the slavery or whatever, but not. Which I don't know. When every time that ever happened, I always felt inferior. I was like, ugh, why are we talking? You know what I mean? I don't know if you felt like that. I was like, because the way they just wrote it out and made up their stuff. But anyway, yeah, the fact that this, yeah, you feel like you're in Twilight World, right? Like in Twilight Land, like this doesn't seem real.
Like the way he was talking and like
Right.
with the two little white kids, and
Yeah.
it's like he's not even educating them on what was going down.
Exactly.
It's like he's just saying stuff.
He was just saying, like, hey, if you want to say
And I only-
something, don't be radical. Don't protest. There's a way to go about it in our system, like basically vote. It's almost like go through our system in order to change the system, and that can never be the case.
And what's even crazier though,
Right.
if you really think about it, nothing has ever changed unless it was radical.
It has to, exactly.
I mean,
Precisely.
nothing has ever changed unless it was radical.
Nothing was ever given that was, you have to take whatever you're asking.
I mean, it had to be something crazy.
It had to be war, it had to be bloodshed, and it has to be. That's the only way things change. You can't march and you can't fast for something to change. You have to be radical. You have to.
Yeah, I mean,
You have to break the system. But yeah, this, you thought I was kidding, man. Yeah, that's what.
I can't even watch that.
Yeah, I know. So we're gonna have to educate our kids, or they're gonna have to get the education. But how is this legal? But apparently it's illegal. But
This is really bad.
it is really bad. Rewriting history, changing it, sugarcoating it. Yeah, man. It's really,
I was trying to be like open minded, but this is really, really bad.
and all the atrocities that happened. So all that's forgotten. The violation, the assaults that happened, the beatings, the buck breaking, the children being bred.
The only thing I can relate it to is this, in my opinion.
What?
Let's say if you killed my dad or you killed my brother or something, right?
Okay.
And I'm just and the video is like this. Well, you just made an accident. I mean, you just had a bad day.
Well, if I maliciously did it, intentionally,
Yeah,
killed. Okay, yeah, I can see that now.
But I downplay it as if
But Well, that's what they always do now.
You weren't really in your right mind.
Well, that's what they always do now. They do that now, right? Oh, no. When there's a mass shooting, oh, that wasn't the case what happened. Oh, he has mental health. But when it's done in Chicago, it's like, yo, this thug shut up the thing. So it's always the narrative switching and whatnot. It's never like the person that has systemic racism, right? In their life didn't have a mental breakdown because they just had enough. But it's the person, but it's okay for the kid that was playing video games and didn't get enough hugs. They're like, nah, I'm going to shoot up this Catholic. Yeah. So it's always pushing the narrative. I don't think it'll last long anyway. I think it would be changed whenever whenever he's not governor again. I think the curriculum will change or whatever, because this is
they're gonna have to, because this is
nonsense.
garbage.
It's nonsense.
It's just straight up garbage.
It is nonsense, guys. And we had to call it out for what it is.
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's really bad. That's what they're gonna be going out to the kids. Yeah. It's like vomit.
Yeah, it's sick. It's actually, imagine, imagine, what would Dr. King say to that? What would Malcolm X? What would these other people that have paved the way think about? The struggles that their ancestors have went through and what they sacrificed their lives.
I don't think that was a black man speaking for Frederick Douglass.
I don't think so. I thought the same thing. I was like, if that ain't a black man, they've gone too damn far.
There's like no way. That's
bro. Imagine being the voiceover actor that given that, and you're black. You're like, what? I have to read this. It's like, do you take the check, or do you like, hey, this is fine? Like
it's just a gig.
It's just a gig. No, it ain't a gig, bro. You changing the world, or like you were changing what people perceive how shit went down. Like you know what I mean? This is deeper than that. Do you like say no to that? If they're like, hey, we'll give you $10,000 for this. Well, them inflation prices, like, Doug. Like, I don't know.
My Ruffles was $6, so I might as well do this.
Shit, it is for the betterment of everyone. I don't know if everybody's got a price they say, but don't sell your soul.
I did vote for DeSantis, so I guess I might as well go ahead and vote for this stuff too.
Oh man,
no.
All right. Well, with that said, that's our reaction to that. Leave your comments, thoughts. Like, subscribe, do the damn thing, do that thing.
You better say this is garbage. That's what you better say.
Hey, you guys, some of you guys may like it. You might think this goes to South Park.
They might. I would love.
You might like the parody.
I would love to read the comments on this one. People comment. I would love to read it.